It's Alex Honnold, everybody.
Climbing El Capitan was something that I've been dreaming about for years, and then spent probably a full year in preparation.
Is there anything left to climb after you climb El Capitan? Is there anything bigger than that?
I mean, there are technically some bigger walls in the world, but they're in very remote places, like Greenland.
Oh my God.
It looks insane.
Wow. This is insanely big.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh? That is so much wall.
It's taken more than 3 weeks, but we finally made it to our main objective. Ingmikortilaq, a giant 4,000-foot sea cliff and one of the biggest unclimbed rock faces on the planet.
Oh man, this thing is absolutely huge. There's just not a lot of cliffs this big in the world. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
What's the obvious line? Can you see one? Nothing yet.
Sure. No.
So far, I'd say nightmare on all sides.
It's like everything just looks terrifying from this angle.
Yeah.
It definitely looks bigger than El Cap.
Yeah, it's bigger than El Cap.
Taller. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
It's nearly 3 times the height of the Empire State Building and nearly 1,000 feet taller than El Capitan.
To have such a large objective completely unexplored is pretty amazing.
If we manage to climb Ingmikortilaq, it'll be the biggest first ascent I've ever done. The size and scale of the challenge is insane. I don't know what your definition of adventurous is, but it's hard to imagine anything more adventurous than an unclimbed 4,000-foot wall with icebergs floating down below. I mean, yeah, when little kids dream about adventure, I mean, I think this is basically it. You see way to the left how it kind of gets lower angle?
Very slim right-facing corner.
Yeah, I'm thinking way to the left of that.
Okay, right.
Here, let's see. I'm gonna just take my backpack and just jump off the front.
Well, we got on the mountain. Cool.
Wow, should we try and scramble up a bit?
Wow, it's so smooth.
Yeah, it's like slippery, huh?
Yeah.
When you look at the photographs, things can feel a lot friendlier than when you see something in the flesh. And this wall is just so insane looking in the flesh.
Hazel and I will focus on the climbing, while Mikey helps Aldo to fix the ropes and haul up the gear. We'll get as high as we can each day before descending to base camp.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Don't let me die.
Wait. I could only speed out so quick, so just don't run.
I'm gonna move back over and go across this other way.
That's 30 meters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We just don't know what we'll face up there. So you just don't know if we'll make it to the top. It's just a massive undertaking. Like, I think it could be the biggest undertaking potentially of my climbing career.
Has he actually put any gear in?
No.
We can't just start up one line and be like, oh, this isn't the route. And if we chose the wrong one and it turns into like, you know, a bunch of loose rock and awful climbing, like, then we're just done.
I think that top section could be so hard.
Way up high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so steep from here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
None of the options look easy. The middle section is blank and featureless, and the right-hand section looks like a death route. So we're going with the left side, which seems to be the safest way up. All the routes wind up on the headwall, 1,000 feet of vertical rock, which will definitely be the hardest part of the climb.
Cam off, Hazel.
Okay, I'm climbing on green.
There's Hazel climbing below me, and Mikey. Everybody's cruising. The view's starting to improve. More icebergs, crazy glaciers, epic big wall. We're doing it. Very exciting.
Oh, look, you can see the wave from that big one over there. Little baby tsunami.
Oh, yeah.
What's scary with a place like this is that if one iceberg starts to roll or to calve, it can really trigger a domino effect and everything starts moving very quickly.
Ingmikortilaq is just a few miles away from one of the largest and fastest moving glaciers in the Arctic, the Ascent. It's a huge 40-mile-long glacier flowing from Greenland's vast inland ice sheets down into the sea. It's more than 3 miles across. At this time of year, huge chunks can break off with no warning, unleashing massive icebergs.
There's so much ice. Crazy. It's like navigating through a minefield, like making sure you don't trigger anything that's going to collapse on you. I think this is definitely the front of the glacier, yeah.
I think we can still keep on going a little, but yeah, it looks really dramatic, huh?
Yeah.
Past data has shown us that the Ascent glacier loses about 10 billion tons of ice per year. This is a natural process, but as the ocean and air temperatures have warmed, glaciers further south and slightly further north are now losing much more ice than they were 40 years ago. I want to find out if the Ascent is following the same worrying trend.
Do you think we can get a little bit closer, or?
This is the final destination. We can't get closer to them.
We're stopping here, okay. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
Look at those pictures, the colors.
Amazing.
I'm going to use my drone to map the fronts of the glacier. To start the new survey line. It is absolutely huge, up to 300 feet high. And it blows my mind to think there's much more of it below the water surface. No one has been here to study the Ascent for almost 2 decades. So I want to know if it is losing more ice and making an even greater contribution to sea level rise. The drone footage combined with data from an experiment I'm running back on land will hopefully tell us what state this gigantic glacier is in.
How does it look above, Alex?
Yeah, it's really hard to decide where to go.
After a night in base camp, we've ascended our fixed ropes and have pushed on past yesterday's high point.
In classic style, this crack is all rotten, like all soft and.
Is it pretty trusty?
Yeah, it's like really sandy. It's like the first like bad rock we've experienced, really. Rock, sorry.
Oh,
Holy shizzle.
That's heinous. So the loose rock poses a couple problems. The initial danger is just as the lead climber, which has only been Alex at this point. He could pull a block off and hurt himself. And then as we progressed up the wall, it's sort of just a train, like you can always hit the person below you.
because like you could just knock a block off now and it could kill me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. If there are multiple members on the team, whoever's furthest back is at the most danger of rockfall because there's more things bouncing and they've been going further, they're traveling faster.
Okay. I'm off, Aldo!
Just shout if you kick anything off.
Okay.
You know, if a medium-sized rock hits you from 50 feet away, it just kind of hurts. If it hits you from 500 feet away, then you'll be dead. I'm like standing on just teetering choss. Rock!
Oh, Brooke.
Rock, Aldo!
Ah?
Super sketch.
To use climbing terminology, it's a massive choss pile. Choss is basically lots of rock and gravel and things that's just continually shedding or exfoliating down the fall line.
Don't particularly want to be hanging around, do you?
I'm below Mikey, so most of the rocks are coming down my way, and that's actually what I think is worrying Mikey and Hazel more than anything else, is that they kick something off which comes down and kills me.
This thing is,
Yeah, no. Oh. Yeah, no, we're fully like,
we're mountaineering.
we're doing something, but it's not super safe. That's for sure.
Do you want to lead this one?
I don't have shoes.
Oh, I thought you said you had 37s.
They're who knows where.
Oh, the Constable Point ones.
Yeah.
All our gear is held up in various places.
So that's why our whole Jumaring ascending rope setup is a little improvised, and we're improvising a fair bit right now. I mean, we're sort of lucky that Alex even has shoes, and that was just like...
I know, thank goodness, huh?
That was just an off chance because you brought 3 pairs instead of 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than a week ago, we had to leave a lot of our climbing gear at the top of the pool wall. The weather has been so bad up there that our support team hasn't been able to recover it yet. We don't know when, or even if, it'll get here.
Alex is the only person on the team with climbing shoes right now. I mean, he's the strongest member of the team, so it's lucky that it's his shoes that we have and not anyone else's. But at the same time, it would be really good if we could share the weight of the leading.
We're at the high point for day 2. So this is the next pitch above me, and then that is the top over there in the distance. There's Hazel going down. Another beautiful day on the wall.
sleep well in your palace.
Oh, yeah, so nice.
Where are the life jackets?
I think they're on the boat.
Today we'll start hauling up everything we need to camp on the rock face. If all goes well, we'll spend one last night in base camp, and after that, we'll be committed to the wall.
What are you thinking, Hazel?
Should we pack a whole bag and start hauling?
Yeah.
So here's 2 people's food.
How much water do you reckon?
36 liters is like a maximum.
That's heavy.
One of the hardest things about climbing something like this is you don't just have to bring your person up the wall with you, you also have to bring all the things you need to survive with you as well. We're doing this climb without the right stuff. We don't have a drill to back up the anchors.
What's that anchor like there?
You guys just pull the pin out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first pitch, one piece of our 2-piece anchor blew out.
What point do we all just give up and say,
Too dangerous.
honestly?
You just don't have the gear to be hauling.
You know what? I think it's just easy if we jug really slowly with really heavy loads.
Yeah.
I'll just carry that as I go. Oh, it's hard work with the back.
Mikey. Yeah, it is actually some of the better climbing.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, the gray rock is like full of death blocks. I don't know what all we got here. Something?
I'm on this lead line. What do you think is safer? Let's go with the belay device for now.
Why?
So that you don't drop me to my
Dude,
death.
if you really think that that has anything to do with the overall safety of what we're doing,
Yeah, it helps.
you have poor risk assessment at the moment. Like,
Somebody is
that
really
has...
grumpy. I'm just saying, get
No,
belayed
dude,
on
I'm
a
not
belay
being
device.
grumpy, I'm being real. Like, this is definitely like the chossiest thing I've ever climbed. I mean, do you know how many rocks have just missed my head?
Yeah.
Ideally, when you're climbing with people, you need them to be able to empathize and relate with how you're feeling.
Got it. Oh. Oh. Rock, rock, rock!
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 It's so sketchy. This is terrifying.
Dude, yeah, Alex,
I know.
it's like literally getting shot at by your buddy. Alex is not doing a great job at understanding the experience that the rest of us are having. So many times, man, you can dodge rocks and stay psyched.
That's fair. I mean, everybody's bummed because it's really hard work. And normally, you justify that level of hard work by the fact that it's enabling you to climb this wall.
Oh man, it's so hard in the pro shoes.
But in this case, no one else on the team is getting any of the upside.
Ah!
I mean, in general, I felt like I was being pretty careful. But, I mean, I'm sure I've knocked some rocks.
Well, yeah, I mean, rocks have been coming down the whole time.
They don't have any of their gear, so they're just improvising random bits and bobs to slide their way up the rope. I mean, they're basically just following me like pack animals. You know, I get it, but I think that we're doing the safest and easiest thing that we can.
I'm off belay, Mikey! Okay, you're off!
We're poised to do the first ascent of one of the biggest unclimbed walls in the world. It's a great opportunity as a climber, but if anybody doesn't want to do that, then I mean, that's, you know, it's like we're all here by choice.
You can come up on the white when you're ready. Yeah, 1 sec. So yeah, what, I mean, honest take right now of this whole thing. Oh God. Here, if you hand that to me, I can. I think I got it. I mean, those last 2 pitches were.
Really, really bad.
I mean, there's just no way to like I'm just struggling to figure out how to make it remotely safe.
Like, there's more loose stuff than there is solid stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And not having the correct gear is a real kick in the teeth.
oh yeah, this was brutal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty borderline at this point.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like what I signed up for, you know?
Mikey has a lot of experience under his belt, and if he's saying that his intuition is that he shouldn't be on the wall, then I'm like, whoa, you know, maybe I shouldn't be on the wall either. You know, it's making me think that it's riskier than I thought.
Is anyone coming up?
Yeah, I'm jogging.
Oh, wow. Is Hazel going down?
Yeah.
I feel like morale is really low today.
Yeah, no, morale's tanking at the moment. Just so you know. It's just the danger.
Well, what do you think we should do to make it better?
That's the problem. Some climbs are just really dangerous. Doesn't matter how good you are. And over the years, I've lost quite a few friends to climbing. You know, more than I can count on my hands and my feet. And at this point, it's hard to be optimistic that the climbing's gonna improve at all. It is more the same, if not harder up there, because the headwall looks steep. It's like, I don't want to die. Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, you survived another day.
I did, yeah.
Anyway, should we go down and join our friends on the boat?
Alex, you know, he does have the confirmation bias, right? Like, nothing's essentially bad happened to him. Piece of sort of a joke.
Cool, I'll see you at the bottom.
Okay. And it is how some things get done.
Oh, it's amazing to be right here,
Yeah.
so close to this giant glacier.
Wonder how fast it's moving.
We need to pick up time-lapse cameras that are focused on the Doggardiansen Glacier. And using the images that I've captured, we'll be able to work out its current speed. All glaciers move, but when ocean temperatures warm, they can start to melt from below, which makes them speed up, carve more icebergs, and contribute more to sea level rise. The future of New York, London, and Shanghai is directly linked to glaciers like this one.
Oh, they look good, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see. All the data from the time-lapse cameras are on these cards. I can't wait to see what there is on this.
2 time-lapse cameras have taken pictures of the glacier every hour over the entire duration of the experiment. These time-lapse cameras are my eyes.
I'll just demount this.
That's great.
By tracking features like crevasses and rocks, we can use the time-lapse images to determine how much the glacier has moved. And from that we can work out if it's moving faster than when it was last studied 2 decades ago.
Today is all about pressure. There's so much to do. We really have to maximize the science we can do, and every second matters.
So we chat about our future.
Yeah. Love chatting about our future.
Mikey, do you want to start and let the team know where you're at?
Yeah. And Alex, obviously, like Hazel and I have like chatted on the side a bit, you know?
Well, quite a lot, really.
Yeah. I was trying to sort it all out, and I think you were fairly aware of my, as you said, grumpiness. Yeah, you know, an overall take. And you've known me for a long time and sort of know where I stand as far as overall, you know, safety habits.
What are you thinking?
There isn't enough value in it for me to like continue on, and like, I just think that to me there's like risks that are gonna be like too hard to mitigate continuing on.
It's like you don't want to climb a giant sea cliff?
No, I mean,
it's pretty cool. What if you go first the whole way?
was definitely hoping that like conditions were gonna improve, and they have definitely not improved.
You don't think so? I thought the rock was slowly getting a little better.
I mean, that last pitch you led, you like changed course because you're like, oh, these are like Jenga blocks, and I'm like, yeah, those are proper Jenga blocks.
Yeah,
and even
but
the terrain
didn't fall off.
Yeah, but like they do fall off, you know, like.
It's just too bad because you've already taken so much risk up there. It's
yeah,
a shame to not then also climb the wall.
But that is always a poor reason to take more.
That's
and
true.
I would be more disappointed in myself if something happened while I was up there than the disappointment I'm gonna have by not going, I think.
Mikey is an old friend of mine, and we've been climbing partners for a long time. I just worry that he won't be as satisfied if he's not actually climbing the wall.
But like, are you sure you're happy with that?
Yeah. No, I you know, and I've never been one to like dwell on my decisions. Alex's biggest concern is that I would be disappointed in retrospect, which I thought was very nice of him.
What do you think, Hazel?
I think for me is I need to know that like you're thinking clearly about it, you know? Because it's really cool how positive and psyched you are, and that's one of the reasons I really like climbing with you. But then sometimes it's like, are you being so optimistic you're not actually seeing what's going on?
Do you feel like it's been too optimistic so far?
Yeah. And like I'm definitely more risk adverse than you, and so I think it would just be cool to like hear from you that you're listening to that, you know, and that, you know, I just want to make sure we're on the same page, basically.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely want to be on the same page. I mean, I guess to me the thing is, are we all? I don't want to sound hokey, but like when we all go home, I want to make sure we're all still friends. Everyone's happy. No one's like bummed at decisions. Nobody, you know.
No, I mean,
like,
I think we're making
okay?
decisions, and we've talked it through a lot.
But you still need, I think you need to tell me that like this is going to be good up there, you know.
You're not the sole partner. So I would say that now suddenly your opinion carries a lot of weight, because if you don't feel comfortable, then the party's over. Hazel was very clear that she wanted me to respect her opinion on anything up there and to be understanding about however she feels on the wall. And honestly, if our opinions are gonna be totally equal, you know, if she wants to go down, we have to go down. If you get your gear, then you can basically lead us as far as you want to the top. And I think you'll enjoy that. I mean, it is pretty cool.
Overall, I still want to climb that wall. I have that pull to have the adventure. I want to know what that head wall's like. So it was really important to kind of sit down with Alex and be like, look, I'm your only teammate now. And so I think he got it in his own way.
Climbing the steep final head wall is definitely going to be a challenge, especially if it's just the two of us.
Oh, the boat's here. That could be our climbing gear, or some of it.
What do you got there, Aldo?
One bag of climbing kit.
Finally, a break. Some of the climbing gear that we left behind at the pool wall has caught up with us.
We got some stuff at least. Hello, shoes.
Yes, my shoes.
Is this your helmet?
Yeah, my helmet.
Oh, sweet mercy.
And my shoes.
Mikey is right that it's a dangerous place.
Oh, you found that.
But for me and Hazel, to climb one of the biggest unclimbed walls in the world, something that hasn't been done, that's big, that's meaningful, it's worth it. The ropes are about halfway up. A lot of food and water is already up on the wall. Now we just have to grab our sleeping bags and finish the route.
So we're splitting the roll mat up there. I'll use my backpack as the rest of my pad, probably.
I've got, I'm gonna borrow Heidi's, like, lightweight blow-up thing.
Okay. I think I'm good. We'll see you guys in a few days then. Nice.
Up the trip, huh?
Yeah.
Bam.
Bye.
Bam.
See you soon.
Okay.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Be safe.
This is it. It's just me and Hazel and Ingmikortilaq. Our goal for today is to get as high as we can and then camp. Then tomorrow, it'll be a big push up the headwall to the summit.
Each piece of rock is different and each wall is different, and it's been weeks since I'd even climbed properly, you know. Did you go first, or?
No, you should go. Oh, just watch out for little rocks.
Yeah. After we climbed the ropes, we get to the first bit of unclimbed wall. So exciting putting my shoes on for the first time in a really long time. And I put my shoes on and I stepped on the rock and I'm like, yes, this is why I'm here.
Oh my God, we're climbing.
We make good progress through the afternoon, getting closer and closer to the headwall. Here's Hazel with a really nice view of our route down below, the nice arcing swirl of the wall. Pretty cool. Icebergs have gotten even prettier. And the reflections in the mountains, but it's all pretty beautiful. But you know, we're just cruising along.
Yeah, it's sad to not have Mikey up here, huh?
Yeah, it's sad. We miss you, Mikey.
Oh, this actually is a great place to camp. This is amazing. We should definitely stay right here.
Yeah, it's pretty flat.
This is really flat and really beautiful. Look at the wall. Oh, you've got your life raft? Is that because we're on a sea cliff?
Yeah, if I fall off, I'll float down and then I'll float back to camp.
Oh, that'd be nice. That looks pretty comfy. How do you feel?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah. Now I just need my sleeping bags. I absolutely love sleeping on walls. It's one of my favorite things about big walling. Can I take a picture?
Yeah.
It's this moment to actually enjoy the wall and be present and calm with the wall without wanting to just be climbing up it. That looks sick. How's your bed, Alex?
This is actually really comfy. I've gotten pretty... I just used the rope to prop up my head more and it's very comfortable.
What a nice spot.
Oh, it's so nice to wake up with some sunshine. Okay,
Okay, you're ready. Take us away, Hazel.
Alrighty.
We've still got a good 1,400 feet between us and the summit. We're traveling light with limited supplies. There's no plan B. We're going to the top.
Yeah, who knows what this head wall will hold.
Yeah.
The blank face that you want to go towards is looking blanker and blanker as we get closer to it.
2 pitches later, and we're finally starting into the hardest part of the climb. The head wall. It's my turn to lead.
It just looks so scary though.
All the features are big blocks waiting to fall off. If you touch it with your rope, if you touch it with your foot, it just showers loose rocks down. The whole mountain is like a stack of cards because it's just stacked blocks teetering on top of each other, and it feels like if any one of them goes, then they're all gonna crumble. Like normally you climb a little bit, you might be a little scared, but then when you finish, you're safe. But on this, there just are hardly any points where you feel safe.
Okay.
We just feel kind of on edge the entire time.
How's it look?
This is like, definitely stay hidden down there though. This is all incredibly loose.
Okay.
It's just hard to know exactly where I want to go.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going left into that corner and then up through some cracks and kind of like aiming for the left side of the big roof.
Okay.
As we get higher up the wall, we realize that the whole summit is guarded by these big overhanging roofs. And so the route finding starts to become a lot more important, where we have to nail the right way to navigate through this maze.
There's the little tower right above us. Like you see that little like block?
Yeah.
Basically, I think it's like not a terrible place to try to tackle this roof.
But for literally hours, as we're slowly moving up towards this, you know that it might not work. Just not really knowing whether or not it will dead end.
I mean, should I just go easiest possible line, like as if I was soloing?
What would that be? Left?
Yeah, just take the corners.
Do we think right is better?
Yeah, I think right leaves our options open for longer. Little rocks.
Whoa.
We switch, and Hazel takes the lead. All right, that's a really good pitch you did so far. It's halfway, Hazel.
Halfway?
Yeah.
You'll catch me though if I fall, right?
Well, these ledges will probably catch you. I think you can just go left and follow that big corner.
I was just gonna place a piece, but I'll sack it off.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, I can't put any gear behind that. Oh, I don't even want to hold that.
It's hard to describe how hard it is to do something like this.
Nice, Hazel.
You really don't know if the next pitch is going to be possible.
It's like not many footholds that aren't going to break.
Just tread lightly.
You really don't know if like your next handhold's going to break.
How does it look trending up and right?
It's just like pretty blank, protectionless for a ways.
We only have enough food and water until the end of the day, so we really need to get to the top of that wall.
You should probably try to build an anchor in the next, 20.
Yeah, I'll try and aim for those ledge systems.
The only viable route is sideways across a blank section. But this wall, it's crumbling with every move we make. It's really sketchy. But it's the only option we have.
Now I just have a terrifying traverse. Oh, God.
You're doing great.
Oh my God, it's so scary.
Nice job, Hazel.
Yay, finally.
Hazel's pitch was awesome. She did a great job. It might be the crux of the route so far.
I swing back into the lead for what we hope will be the last pitch, but it's still so chossy.
Rock!
That almost hit me. I'm a bit scared to come out with my knuckle here because the rock just came right past my head. You can see the dirt on the rock there. Scary. Hopefully this is the last pitch and it will all be over soon.
The most important part of climbing the wall for me is just staying in the moment. You know, focusing on each task at hand and not thinking about the scale of the wall in front of us, not thinking about what might happen. Really just have to focus on, can I do this move? And just take it one move at a time all the way to the top. I think I'm getting somewhere. Sweet mercy. Never been happier to get to the top of something. We're so over it. It's horrible. I'm so psyched.
Yeah!
Yay.
Alex, is this the top?
Yeah.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah. We made it to the summit.
I was like, please say we're at the top.
We're at the top of the mountain. High fives.
Yeah! Oh, this is amazing.
Alex is a bit of a difficult character to be friends with sometimes, but there was nothing but good vibes between us the whole climb.
That is so cool.
Oh, that's
this is
special.
This is the coolest summit I've ever seen.
Can we stand right on the top?
Yeah.
It was a really nice experience for us to share, and I think we're going to be better friends because we shared this experience.
Yay! Summit!
Please don't break your ankles doing this now.
Climbing with Hazel on the wall was a total pleasure. Summit! Of all people, she was well equipped to handle the challenges of that wall. Definitely pretty satisfying to get to the top.
We came up a terrifying wall, didn't we?
You know, for literally 2 days, we were climbing on terrible rock. neither of us has ever climbed anything that's so consistently scary. But it did feel like we sort of got away with something. You know, it's like you can only roll the dice like that so many times. It's the kind of climb that you do only if it matters enough to you. Oh wow, and look at the Dogard Jensen.
Oh, that's a crazy looking glacier.
It was pretty incredible to get to the true summit of the peak and then suddenly see one of the biggest and most active glaciers in Greenland shedding these enormous icebergs into the fjord. It's like one of those things that you kind of have to see to believe.
Down at camp, Heidi's got good news about the huge glacier.
I've analyzed the information from the time-lapse cameras, and to my surprise, I've discovered that the Dogard Jensen is still quite stable, moving at the same speed it was 10, 20 years ago, more or less 25 to 30 feet per day. I don't know exactly why, but somehow the Dogard Jensen glacier is still quite stable, while the rest of the Arctic is collapsing around it. And to me, this tells me that all is not lost, that some glaciers are trying to hold it together and trying to stay strong. But for how much longer? The Dogard Jensen is the exception. If we don't act now, we'll lose the Arctic as we know it, and we'll be forced to live in a much more challenging world.
Hey! Congratulations! Welcome back. Oh, thank you.
Oh, well done.
Hearing that the Dogard Jensen is relatively stable so far is interesting and encouraging. It's nice to know that some glaciers haven't begun a terminal decline yet.
Made it! Yay! I couldn't be happier.
But I think that I just have a natural, sort of an innate optimism around it. You know, like a lot of the environmental issues that we face, if we resolve them, it also vastly improves the human quality of life. We have this amazing opportunity to make the world better. We just haven't quite chosen to yet.